Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature fashion. You know how we do it here. Definitely, man. We're doing new things here. You know, subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you, man. If you're a new listener, this is a platform, you know, that loves the sport of boxing. It's as simple as that, you know what I mean? So go ahead and hit the notification bell because, you know, I constantly do flash lives, you know what I'm saying? Go live out of nowhere, premieres of videos just such as this one. So you know what I'm saying? So definitely hit the notification bell, get the likes up, you know what I'm saying? And subscribe, you know? Thank you so much. And community that's been rocking with me, man, it's just a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Having so much fun in the live sessions, you know, the comments that you guys, you know, put in the chat section and things of that nature. Those who put comments in the comments sections of the videos, you know, after the playback family, I appreciate all y'all, man. You guys are awesome. You know, I want to talk about you know, Virgil Ortiz, what he posted on Twitter recently. Several things that come to mind when I see that tweet, you know what I'm saying? What I commonly do, which I'm sure most of y'all do, you know what I'm saying, boxing community fans out there, you know, I check my feeds on a daily, most of the time at least, you know what I'm saying? In the morning, I get up, check it out, you know what I'm saying, do my things, have a nice cup of coffee, yeah, definitely. And I saw this tweet from, you know, Ortiz Jr., welterweight, and he's talking about, like, he's fighting Kavaliauskas, Mean Machine, who Bud fought a while ago. I don't even know when it was, but it was a while ago. You know, took him out. And Ortiz is talking kind of like, you know, he's taking Aegis Kavaliauskas. He's taking that fight because of, you know, Bud, so he can fight Bud. Let's get directly to this, man. I want to show you this, all right? So link in the description, you already know. So let me go ahead and kind of zoom that in there for you so you can get a better, you know, view of it. It says here, should I get past, this is Virgil Ortiz's account, right, profile, whatever. Should I get past Kavaliauskas, I'll gladly fight Crawford next, or anyone else Golden Boy puts in front of me. Remember, Crawford himself suggested Kavaliauskas to me first, which is what I'm doing. I understand, you know, Ortiz's heart. He's definitely hungry. What I like about Ortiz, I want to point this out real quick, man. There was some time ago he was interviewed, like he was in the backseat of his car or something. It's kind of, you know, I don't know where he was, but I don't remember which platform. Like I said, man, like I say time and time again, there are so many platforms out there. I don't remember which one it was, but I do remember clearly he was like, you know, I'm a visual. I'm one of my learning aptitudes is visual. I'm a visual learner to a certain degree, and you know, I do recall that, you know, he was sitting in the backseat of his car or something like that, with his phone, whatever, and he was being interviewed. I like his heart, man. I really like his, you know, his approach. This is what most fighters, you know, most fighters should have this approach. All boxers, you know what I'm saying? They should be those that want to fight the best and not are only in it, okay? I'm not excluding the money and business, no, but those who want to fight for legacy. Virgil Ortiz Jr. wants to fight for legacy, man. He's stated it in that interview. If I can find it, I'll leave a link in the description. But whatever, it's out there. I do remember he said something like that. You know, he wants to fight the best out there, and he wants to prove greatness, and that's what is fan friendly. That is what, you know, attracts fans, or at least me, you know, to the sport of boxing. I want to see, you know, top quality competition versus top quality competition, and Ortiz has that in his heart, man. That's his intention, that's his objective and goal in the sport of boxing, which I definitely appreciate and I respect, you know. But him saying this, man, it makes me think that it's not going to happen, okay? I mean, that's kind of something that I don't think, because everybody knows the story right now, okay? You know, Bud Crawford and Bud Porter, you know, is ordered by the WBO, if I'm not mistaken, right? Has 30 days. Bud Crawford has 30 days. If, you know, if Top Rank doesn't, you know, decide to launch this fight or whatever event, it's going to go to purse bid, okay? So most likely it's going to go to purse bid. But why am I saying this? We don't even know if this fight's official yet. But by the time I post this video up, man, probably somebody bought the, you know, it probably went to purse bid. I don't know, man. It's just things happen so fast in the sport of boxing, you know. Why am I saying this? Because Bud Crawford has, seems like bigger fish to fry, man. All due respect to Ortiz, though. All due respect to Ortiz, man. But it looks like Bud Crawford has bigger fish to fry, man. He He has Bud Porter to worry about if that fight even happens. Now, what if, though? There's a possibility that doesn't even happen. There's a possibility something goes down, man, between now and the purse bid, or between the purse bid and the actual event. Something will happen and the fight will be canceled. I wouldn't doubt it. This is boxing, ladies and gentlemen. You know how the sport of boxing is. If that were the case, man, I mean, that is where we would say, oh, you know what? There is a possibility then that we can see a Virgil Ortiz versus Bud Crawford fight. But I see that far-fetched. And this is another reason why. You know, I think Oscar De La Hoya, man, respect. Hey, you know, I know Oscar De La Hoya, man. He has his weird stuff in the background. Whatever. That's his business. I don't care. That's his personal life. I can care less about that. You know what I'm saying? But I have, you know, applauded, you know, Golden Boy in certain matchups they have made. For example, you know, Ryan Garcia and Campbell, you know, and several fights out there. I just can't think of right now. Virgil Ortiz, you know, versus Vargas. You know, Virgil Ortiz is climbing up the ladder, and he's fighting as of late pretty decent competition, man. According to Virgil Ortiz, you know, according to where he's at right now in pro boxing in the welterweight division, okay? So, I mean, I'm not knocking it, man. You know what I'm saying? Now he's scheduled to fight Mean Machine. That's great. He just fought Hooker recently. I mean, what can I say against that? I applaud Golden Boy for that. Oscar, whatever, you know. It's great. However, okay, this is where what I think. I don't think Oscar is going to risk Virgil Ortiz and throw him in there to fight Bud Crawford. And that's why I think in the tweet, okay, Virgil Ortiz said, or whoever Golden Boy puts in front of me. Because I think Virgil knows that Oscar won't let him fight Bud Crawford. Because it'll give him that, oh, everybody knows that we're in the era of, you know, undefeated. And I think maybe Floyd Mayweather is the one who brought that to fighters' psyche, you know, that you got to be undefeated to be great. It's erroneous in my humble opinion. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather is all-time great, blah, 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 whatever. Or whatever you want to put him in pound for pound. I don't know. I don't do all that stuff. Pound for pound, Hall of Fame, whatever. Hey, that's great. I just like to see boxing and performances and, you know, all that other stuff. Because why? Because pound for pound is very controversial. Hall of Fame, there's freaking actors in that thing, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, so I don't follow that stuff, you know. But, you know, Mayweather's a great, he's wonderful. One of my favorite fighters of all time, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. But it seems like he's the one who really ingrained in fighters' psyche from this generation, this era of the sport of boxing, you know, that being undefeated is being great. And I think that it has trickled down, that mentality has trickled down to fans in the sport of boxing. Not all the fans, though. Hardcore fans like me, I guess we could say, whatever, you know, who love the sport of boxing, who really love it and follow the sport of boxing, we don't think like that. But a lot of people maybe do. Now, when you go to different combat sports like UFC, you know what I'm saying, when you go to BKFC, you got fighters that have several losses, and the community there, they don't care because, you know, isn't that a trip? They don't care because in the UFC, you see more of the best fighting the best. And BKFC also, even though BKFC, it's a quite new sport, and that thing's catapulting. And I've said it a long time ago, man, when BKFC was fresh, about 8 months fresh or something like that. I made a video about it, broke it down. I said it's going to catapult. That thing is going to grow and blow up, man, and it's doing amazing up to now. So, why am I saying this? Because you got fighters there, and in BKFC, you don't have fighters with long, extensive, you know, fights because it's a new sport. But you got fighters there that are four wins, 1 loss. 4 wins, 2 losses. 5 wins, 3 losses. But the best are fighting the best, and in UFC you see the same. That's why it's really rare to see UFC fighters undefeated, from what I know at least. I don't really follow UFC. Sometimes I do though. I appreciate it sometimes, but I don't follow the fighters like that. So, you know, in the sport of boxing, that's the thing, man. You got a lot of fighters with that mentality that they don't want to let that go. And I think Oscar De La Hoya feels the same, so that he can protect his fighters and make his fighters look better. And I think that's what it is with a lot of these promoters, okay, and fighters. So I think Virgil Ortiz said that for a reason. He said, whoever Golden Boy puts in front of me. And I'm almost positive, man, I don't think Oscar's going to let Oscar's gonna let Virgil Ortiz fight Bud Crawford. Even if the Porter Bud thing don't go down, which I think it will, but who the heck knows, man? I said this to Tyson Fury in the Wilder trilogy last year. I said I don't think it's gonna even happen. You know, and I posted on Twitter when it was almost official, the Wilder and Fury trilogy. I said, just watch. It's on my Twitter account, man. Somebody retweeted it, you know, and that person who retweeted it, shouts out to family there. I don't even know who it was, but he said, hey, Renee Box-Young was ahead of the curve on this one, you know. I said it months ago before, you know, I don't remember when, but it was before the trilogy. Wilder and Fury originally scheduled trilogy was before it was official. I said, you know what? Tyson Fury is probably going to pull something and skin out on the fight. Skin out on it. And everybody knows the story there. So, you know, we don't even know if Bud and Porter is going to happen. But if it doesn't, I doubt De La Hoya is going to throw Ortiz in there should he get past Kavaliauskas to Bud Crawford. You know, there's levels to this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I think Virgil Ortiz still has to grow. That's another point I want to talk about that. I think Virgil Ortiz, man, he still has to grow in his skill set. His defense wasn't the best, you know, when he fought Hooker. I think Hooker was the fight where Virgil Ortiz was getting touched up a lot, you know, quite a bit. Seems like he got over emotional. I think he tried to prove a statement too much, you know, and he got kind of, you know, he got carried away and threw caution out the window. And, you know, he just wanted to prove a statement to the world. And I get it. That's great, you know, but you got to be very careful. You know, high caliber opponents, man. And he took Hooker out wonderfully, you know what I'm saying? I got nothing against that. But what I'm saying is that I think Virgil Ortiz still has to grow a little bit more. You know, this is going to be a great fight, man. With Virgil Ortiz and Mean Machine, it's going to be wonderful. And I want to see how Virgil Ortiz has improved. Even if Virgil Ortiz does improve, okay, and shows a great performance and, you know, shows better defense against Mean Machine, I still don't think he's going to be ready for Bud Crawford, man. Like I said earlier, there's levels to this, man, and I think Bud, he's just, he's on another level, man. And if he does fight, if Oscar De La Hoya, which I doubt it's going to happen, it's not going to happen, okay? I've said this a long time ago, and I made a tweet, and I'm saving it. No, I'm sorry, Instagram. I screenshotted this post I put concerning one of Ryan Garcia's posts that he posted a while ago when he was talking to Oscar De La Hoya in a hotel room or something like that. And I put something there, and I want to share it later because it's not time yet. And I got the timestamps there, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Of me responding in the comment section to that Instagram post that Ryan Garcia posted. You know what I'm saying? And it relates to this. You know what I'm saying? It relates to this. So it relates to, and how all these promoters, like I said a moment ago, man, even if Ortiz does have, you know, give a wonderful performance against Aegis Kavaliauskas, I don't think I think he's gonna protect Ortiz for a while, like he's doing to Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Because they're potential cash cows. Let's just be factual here. You know what I'm saying? They're potential cash cows, just like he was doing with Canelo. You know, he was giving them the right opponents at the right time. You know, they know how to do these things. Not just him, all these other promoters. Okay, I mean, yeah, I know there are some promoters who don't really do that too much, and they just put more tough competition against tough competition. But generally speaking, okay. And I'm not saying that, you know, and I've said it before, man, I'm not saying that all of Canelo opponents are just, you know, all trash and this and that. Of course not. I don't say that about fighters, but you know what I'm trying to say here. I think that Oscar De La Hoya is going to be protecting Virgil Ortiz as he is Ryan Garcia. Everybody knows, a long time ago, man, Oscar De La Hoya, he said that, you know, when it came to Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, you know, hey, are they going to fight? A long time ago. Oscar De La Hoya said he's a beast, no way, you know, and now as of late, he said, as of late, Oscar's even saying too, you know what I'm saying? He said it in the lead up to the Ryan Garcia-Campbell fight. Yeah, I really think that Ryan Garcia will knock out Tank Davis. Yeah, right. You're just saying that to promote. It's lies. It's just not. It's just to promote. It's just marketing your product, you know, trying to hype up your product to market them better. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think that even if Porter and Bud doesn't happen and go through, I highly doubt Oscar's going to feed Virgil Ortiz to Bud Crawford. No way, man. No way. He wants to keep honing Virgil Ortiz and keep that undefeated record as much as possible. Everybody's been screaming Virgil Ortiz Ennis. That's not going to happen either. We know that, man. You see what I'm saying? So my point in this, and one of the things I want to bring through in this video is that I don't think Virgil Ortiz is ready for Bud Crawford, man, and it's not even going to happen soon. It's not even going to happen soon. Now, I want to show something. I want to show something to you. There's two websites I want to show you: boxingscene.com and boxlive.com. Links in the description of everything. Okay, yeah, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got here WBC. Okay, we got the welterweight division here, and this is what I don't like. WBA. Ugas, yeah, we all know, super champ. Jamal James, regular champ, if I'm not mistaken. WBA gold. But this is crazy. This is too much belts, man. My gosh, are you kidding me? Recess champ? Get this nonsense out of here. You know, that, whatever. Let's go to a different one here. Okay, so let's go to that one. Okay. That's why I don't like, you know, I've said it time and time again about these belts, man. So whatever. So we go here in the Box Live. Box.live, whatever, link in the description. So we got here the welterweight division, WBO champ right there, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, right? Now, I mean, WBO number 1 is Virgil Ortiz. Sean Porter was second. I thought it was the flipperoonie, the switcheroonie they did some time ago. I thought Sean Porter dropped to 4 or something like that, but whatever. So we got here a nice lineup, man, for WBO. So I get it, okay? This is why I want to show you. Now, you go here, too. I mean, you know, you got Virgil Ortiz, WBA Gold. Whatever the heck that means. I can care less, okay? But I do know that here in Box.live says Virgil Ortiz is number 1. This is updated to June 21st. So I don't think there has been changes. It's been like a month ago, 2021. So, you know, Virgil Ortiz is number 1. So, I mean, hey, that's up there, ladies and gentlemen. That's up there. You know. Now, this is what I want to point out. Why am I showing you this? Because Virgil Ortiz, even though he's number 1 contender, whatever you want to call him, mandatory, whatever, for Bud Crawford, I mean, just look. Just look. You got Sean Porter, number 2. That's a way more tougher competition for Bud Crawford than Virgil Ortiz, even though Virgil Ortiz is number 1. You see what I'm saying? So, I understand, man. Virgil Ortiz, he wants that smoke. I get it. I get it, man. Like, you know, Virgil Ortiz wants to smoke. I get it, man. He's number 1 mandatory, whatever they call it, right? WBA Gold champ. I mean, whatever with that stuff. But I get it. He wants to, but you know, he wouldn't. I don't think he would win, man. That's what I'm trying to say here. It would be more like a lopsided competition fight, and it would add more to Bud being criticized. You know. It would be more. Should it be that if the Porter and Bud fight doesn't go through, that's like, you know, the thing there. If the Porter and Bud fight doesn't go through, and he turns around and fights Ortiz, I mean, it's kind of, I know, you know, I'm almost positive. I know the outcome. I'm not saying, you know, anything can happen in boxing. Yeah, we know that. But, you know, Ortiz is a hard hitter, man. I love how he fights, man. On the inside action, I love it. You know. I think one of his best performances was against Vargas. I loved what he did there. I love what he did. Beautiful, you know, defense. He was just really, really good. I loved it. I love his performance there. You know, Hooker, that was nice, but, you know, things that showed that he needs to improve on. But, you know, even though Ortiz is number 1 to fight Bud in the WBO, if Bud and Porter don't go through, I don't think he's gonna fight him, man. I don't think Oscar's gonna let him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Oscar will let him. I think that Oscar's trying to, once again, I repeat, trying to make Virgil Ortiz a star. Now that Canelo left, you know, and Oscar saw those millions on that boat, on that Canelo boat, looking at sailing away. Oscar was looking at that boat sailing away, and he was just, oh no. Ooh. Now, and then he got a chip on his shoulder. I explained that the other day, you know what I'm saying? He got a chip on his shoulder on another video I made. Oscar's not happy with Canelo, you know what I'm saying? And that's why he's calling him out so much and trying to make Canelo look bad, throw shade. That's what it is. That's humanity. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Even though Oscar, I get it, man. And I explained it on that video on Instagram, put a nice post with him, you know, looking really wise. You know what? That's great, whatever. But I think, you know, even though he said, you know, I forgive you all, and I think he has something in his heart, man. He's bitter. He's bitter. He's not happy with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He wants that vengeance because those millions left him. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't, and that's what he's trying to do. You know, build up Virgil Ortiz as a star for his next star for Golden Boy, as a next star for Golden Boy to make them millions, man. And he wants to keep that undefeated record. I mean, that's what a lot of these promoters or whatever fighters have, that mentality. I'm not saying Virgil Ortiz has that mentality. I mean, he's doing the same with Ryan Garcia. And like I said earlier, you know, it's going to prove what I'm saying here, what I'm saying concerning this with Oscar De La Hoya as promoter and protecting his fighters to a certain degree, okay? I say to a certain degree because, hey, respect to the fighters that Virgil Ortiz has fought lately. And yeah, the whole Ryan Garcia thing with Fortuna, him pulling out because mental issues, that was fishy to me too. So I mean, I think in part Ryan has to blame for that too, but that's another thing, man. But yeah, so, and like I said, I'm gonna save that post I talked about, the comment section that I put in the comment section concerning Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna put, to prove what I'm saying. Time will tell, but I'm sure, I want to post that later in the future. But yeah, man. So what do you think, man? Virgil Ortiz, should Bud Crawford fight Porter next, which I think it will happen, but I still got that big doubt in my mind. You know how boxing is. Should Bud fight Porter next? It's gonna be amazing. That's another thing that makes me doubt this will happen, Virgil Ortiz and Bud, because if he gets through Porter, if Bud gets through Porter, he's gonna be looking maybe for Spence, maybe, because then again, man, Bud, you just don't know with Bud, man. Unpredictable guy. Maybe he'll resign to Top Rank and then he's gonna go fight Taylor, like Bob said. So Bud, I don't think he's even thinking too much of Virgil Ortiz. Even though Bud said you can't trust him because Bud said, he told Ortiz get through Kavaliauskas first. Now he has Porter in his face, and what's that? And if he doesn't fight Porter, maybe he'll go turn around and flip the script and go fight Taylor. Or I don't see that happening anytime soon at all. Bud versus Virgil Ortiz. But if it does, be prepared for Bud to be criticized more, man. I mean, I don't know if people have been clamoring for that fight, but I haven't, because there's levels to this. I see it like this. It's a lopsided fight, and I think that Bud will beat Virgil Ortiz. And if not, and if they do make the fight, if Virgil Ortiz and Bud happens, hey, that's awesome. I would watch it. It would be action, but there's levels to this, man. There's levels to this. So Virgil Ortiz's chin would be really tested. I mean, Bud's overall skills, blah, 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 story. So what do you guys think, man? Do you think that Virgil Ortiz and Bud Crawford should happen? Comment in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in real time in the Premier family. The Premier family. Notification bell, hit it up, get the likes up. Tune into my flash lives, because I do it out of nowhere, spontaneously, That's kind of how I am, my personality too. Just flash, bop, bop, spontaneous stuff. Definitely, man. That's life. It's beautiful, isn't it? So go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when I do my flash lives. I appreciate each and every one. You comment in the comment section. What do you think? Who's Bud's gonna fight? Will Bud fight Virgil Ortiz anytime soon? Who knows? I don't think so. I don't think Virgil's ready. So it is what it is, man. Renee Boxing. Peace out. Stay safe.